Me got baby face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water make Gulf US obey. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. Me got baby face, me got big chair. Trump bad, Trump good, me no care. Me write big book, kill billies and stuff. Now me important, we're tired tough. Me go Yale school, me learn big word. Now me forget everything me heard. Silicon people give me job, me take. Now me like Trump, me make no mistake. Yo, it's JD Advance. Fight walk folk, me say never die. Me protect kids, me born liberate. Him, them, there. America simple, only two gender. Me face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water make Gulf US obey. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. Too many gender for my agenda. Went on a bender, execo the sender. Might take Panama just like na. Might take Gaza, pop then a plaza. With this one majesty.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199 on a Saturday before the Bama LSU game. Hope everybody's doing well. A few things we will cover. We'll only be live for about an hour, so we will get everything covered. Hail to the chat. We got two chats on screen because the chat is the most important part of this show. Nobody tunes in for me. Who gives a damn what I have to say? It's all about the chat, okay? It's all about the chat. That's all that matters. I saw an interesting comment. Cosmic Treason says, I don't know if he's going to make it as the next prez because he's got a foreign wife. Cosmic Treason, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of a guy named Donald Trump, but he's got a foreign wife. So listen, maybe you didn't know, okay? Maybe you didn't know. So, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. But we are on Kick as well. I hope that the Kick stream is not laggy like it was yesterday. Again, that was the first time in over a year I think I streamed a Kick. But it looks like we're rocking and rolling now over on Kick. So hail to our Kick chat. And the YouTube chat. I'm trying to get it to where the chat. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the Kick comments are showing up in the smaller chat right there. So that's see. This is why. See, Kick. I can highlight Kick comments through StreamYards. This is what pissed me off about Rumble is that Rumble never wanted to integrate with StreamYards. So the Rumble chat was separate from the YouTube chat on my StreamYards. And, it just pissed me off that they are actively working against the very system that they're trying to be involved in. So, either way, but yes, Unit 199 reporting in. What up, Keenan? I see you. Z Highness. I got both comments in one section. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. So, okay. So, Little Jim Halo says, so a Capitol Police chick planted the pipe bomb. So I know there's a lot going on with J6. I haven't actually looked into that yet. Let's see. But I did see Trump was tweeting something out about it. The Blaze has something coming out about it. Harley Davis says, Jeremy, are you okay? Seems like you broke shit again. Now, Harley, don't make me put, you know what? Screw it. We're going to put a super chat goal right now. Super chat goal. Because I'm a grifter, right? Is that right? Just put because I'm a grifter. So we need 10 super chats at $50 because I'm a grifter. There you go. All right. There. YouTube wants me to use super chat goals. Wait, no, 10. Fuck, hang on. No, I didn't mean that. No. Hold on. That's way too fucking many. Hang on. No. Hold on. Fuck me. I didn't. My bad. Hold on. I got to start that over. I've never done it before. 10 is way too fucking high. Holy fuck. There, 5. Jeez. Not my bad. That was even too much for me, okay? That was way too much even for me. 5. All right, because I'm a grifter. Jeez. That was insane. I gotta take you out to dinner first before we go that far. All right. Anyway, we do have stuff to talk about. The civil war within the conservative influencer side is taking off. All right, there's Nandy for 50 with the grifter tax. Thank you, Nandy. By the way, tomorrow I'm driving, and I'm thinking about trying to do a different style of live stream on the road, just audio only, but I'm going to have Hailstorm with me there. And we're going to try to test something out. So you got to have notifications turned on. And we will. Thank you, Nandy. We got 1 of 5. Wait a minute. Hang on. That didn't count towards it. What the fuck is this shit? Nandy just sent a $49.99 super chat, and it didn't count towards the goal. What is this bullshit? That is insane. So because of 1 penny? That's crazy. Anyway, we'll work on it, but tomorrow expect a live stream from me, a kind of a truck video live stream. So yeah, it's not 50. That's fucking crazy, man. Nandy, we're going to count that as your 50. I will overrule the system. Casey Cheeto says, for the grifter, Jeremy's gay grifter tax. Thank you so much, Chad Layton. Glad you've tuned in for another one. That's 2 now. That's 2 of them. Zwani for 20 says, for the victims of grifting support group due to tuning into the master grifter himself, the Fig. Oh, and the grifter tax. Look at there. Let's freaking go. Everybody's going to send a $49.99. Wait, it counted for 1. Hang on. What? Who got it though? It gave credit for 1. Who got the credit? This is so weird. What the heck is happening? Jeremy on a Saturday? Yes. So Alabama LSU is tonight. We got about an hour and a half before kickoff. So I figured I'd go live for a little bit and talk with all of you. Maybe it's a delay. Maybe. I mean, it says 5 of that colored super chat. So I don't know. We'll see. Penny makes the difference. Yeah, Nandy. Maybe it's just Nandy. Maybe it's racist against you. It could be it, Nandy. Benjamin says 199 facts about Jeremy. Number 2, he can grift. Thank you. Casey Cheeto says, spend my dollar parked in a holler neath the mountain moonlight. A little bit of Dixieland delight right there. If Alabama fans know all about that. Okay, please, guys. Chad says all you do is read super chats. Shit is boring as fuck. If that's the case, Chad, I have a question for you, okay? If that's the case, can you explain to me how this channel exists right here? How do we have videos that are specifically clipped from this show 6 hours ago, 15 hours ago, 18 hours ago, a day ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 3 days ago, 3 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 4, 5, 7, 8 days ago, 8 days ago, 8 days ago, 8, 9, 9. So, I mean, how many videos is that? But all I do is read super chats, apparently. I have no idea what me highlighting that comment will do, but I'm pretty sure that it's probably going to make more super chats come in. Sorry. Harley says, can we add more live chats to the screen? If I go, okay, here's what we can do. If you want me to, next time I go live, I will go live through OBS and I'll add the Kick stream along with these other 2 streams, and we'll have 3. So I'll add the Kick stream if you want to do that. Because who cares, right? We do have topics to talk about. Olympian Products says, did you hear that Trump is apparently rolling out the 50-year mortgages? Dave Ramsey is going to pop a blood vessel. Also tagged you in a meme I saw on X. Chat will love to learn about self-deportations. I did hear about this. I know everybody on Twitter is an expert on this, and so far be it from me to, give you any insight. But like, okay, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, the 50-year mortgage. I just don't. To me, like, up front, it's going to sound very good to people that have never bought a house or anything like that. But like, ultimately, what a 50-year mortgage is ultimately going to do is it's just going to make you pay more in interest. You know what I mean? That's from, you're just going to pay a significant amount more in interest. It's going to make it, like, for young people to get in a house, it's going to be cheaper and all of that, but it's a far more expensive situation. And unless there's more details that I'm not hearing, I don't like it in general. Although I am a very big fan of having options. So give people options. And if people are willing to do, that's going to cost them more money, that's their decision. So it's all about individuality. But like, all I'm saying is I hope people understand that it's not really the best long-term solution at all. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Metal Slave for 50 says, please read mine. I appreciate your attention into this matter. And we are one $50 super chat away from reaching our first ever super chat goal. Magnum Norris says, the fact that Beardo is not here means that I'm giving less money to disabled people. Thank you, Magnum Norris. Thank you, Metal Slave and Harley Dave. Thank you. Wanting more chats added. I can't right now. I can't add any more chats. Not the way that this stream is set up. Ruben for 50. My life's work is complete. My life's work is coming. I thought you said complete. A code Sentinel. Make every law explainable, accountable, and reversible before it hits you. Put power back local, cut hidden rules, measure results, agency responsibility. I am building a MAGA AGI for the 250th birthday as a gift. You just made us hit our goal. Thank you, Ruben. Secondly, I don't know how much you want me to say about this, Ruben, but I just have to let everybody know that, like, Ruben is truly an inspiration. Like, I think I talked about this years ago, but I met Ruben at a Friday Night Tights meetup in Vegas. He had a lot of health problems. He was the things that he was able to overcome just to make it to that meetup was one of the most inspiring things I have seen. And like, for me, I'm a fairly healthy individual, knock on wood. At least I have been up until this point. And I half the time get up in the morning and I don't feel like getting out of bed. I'm like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. And I meet Ruben and he's overcoming all of these things. It's an absolutely incredible story. And I know you've been on a huge weight loss journey. And I'm not sure what the latest update on that is, but It's absolutely amazing. And so now with what he's working on here, I would say don't doubt Ruben at all. Pay attention to what Ruben has going on, because this dude is a determined he is very determined. And look at him right there. He says, God has blessed me. So this guy right here, man, this guy's going to be making some noise. So where are you at on the how much weight have you lost since I saw you last time, Ruben? Curious. I don't know if you, I know you've talked about it publicly, so that's the only reason I'm bringing it up publicly. But I don't know where you're at right now. 250. There he is. So 250 pounds. That's insane, because you were trying to get below, your target goal was 199, if I'm not mistaken. Because we remember what happened at the meetup in Orlando. I remember that situation. It's absolutely incredible, man. So, but hail to you, brother. Hail to you. That is freaking awesome. Looking forward to send me an email or a private message on Twitter about what you got going on. That's pretty amazing, though. Pretty amazing. Harley Dave says Jeremy's grift is in direct correlation with his mullet. Don't let him fool you. It's all green screen. There he is. Okay. He says, there's Ruben. He's lost. He says, I lost 250. I was 700 and now I'm 400. Ruben. Yeah, I can confirm. I mean, I met Ruben. So, absolutely. Dude was determined. So it's amazing. So Jeremy's mullet is green screen. Maybe. There's only one way to find out, right? Brian Kelly is the better coach. You better stop. You better stop. You guys are overwhelming me in the chat. I got to have topics. Can we have some topics today? Can we have some topics? Please. And yes, Ruben was in a wheelchair when I met him. Are you walking now? I'm assuming you're walking now, but no, chat is takeover. Chat is takeover. Been a long year. I do want to show this because this is an important topic right now. And it's what's going on with the right-wing conservative influencer space. And listen, man, I think that this is going to be a huge problem for Trump from an online standpoint. I'm still not sure how much of that is going to carry over into his direct support that he has. But people like Ben Shapiro and Mark Levin are a huge problem. And this right here, Mark Levin reads private text messages with Tucker revealing that Turning Point wanted the two men to debate. And so here is Mark Levin, and you just listen to it for yourself.
I got a very strange text this morning from Tucker Carlson. 10:16 a.m. I'll read it to you for verbatim. Good morning, he writes to me. The leadership at Turning Point has asked me to debate you at their event in Scottsdale in December. I'm happy to do it, and I hope you'll agree as well. Beyond the personal insults, which I'll try to keep to a minimum, there are real and important ideological differences between us, and I think the country would benefit from an extended conversation about them. So again, I hope you'll accept. Let me know. Thanks. The guy is desperate. He's taking a hit on his podcast.
He's literally like Turning Point's the one that wants to do it. Tucker is not desperate for relevancy. He's just not. Tucker is not. And people will have to correct me on this if I'm wrong, but because I've never paid attention to Mark Levin, but like Mark Levin has been at Fox for a long time. Correct? Am I correct about that? Like, how long has Mark Levin been at Fox? Was he at Fox when Tucker was there? Because Tucker was the number one guy at Fox for a long time. A long, long time. And so Mark Levin also at Fox, but he wasn't even in the same stratosphere as Tucker Carlson.
He's fighting like hell for his career. He's fighting like hell for his reputation. People are awakening to what scum he actually is. And he thinks I'm going to platform him. He thinks I'm going to help him kick up his podcast ratings.
See, and this is where this is the problem, is the platforming word. I think Tucker Carlson has a ton of criticism you can throw against him. I'm not here to defend Tucker Carlson per se. I'm just not. But when it comes down to how people like Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro are acting, to me, that's why they're losing the PR battle in a drastic way right now. While when you're talking about platforming people, platforming.
What would Charlie say? What would Rush say?
Bro, Charlie liked Tucker. What are you talking about?
He thinks I'm going to help him kick up his podcast ratings? What would Charlie say? What would Rush say? What would any rational response? Here it is. I wrote him the following. My family and I want nothing to do with you. What you've become, your vile libels against my faith, millions of Christians, and in my view, what you seek to do to our country. There's nothing to debate. You're a Nazi promoter. You're the modern-day David Duke. I debate people with whom I disagree for a living, who are a lot smarter than you, but for whom I have some respect. I'm also disappointed in TPUSA that continues to platform you. It's not about free speech. You can be heard by millions regardless. Some unsolicited advice. Stop long enough to remember who you used to be and what you used to stand for. So, as expected, knee-jerk. For the record, I'm strongly anti-Nazi. Does he sound that way to you, America? Oh, you're going to hear more.
Have these guys not learned anything about using the Nazi word and how it has absolutely no meaning whatsoever? They're behaving like the left has behaved all of these years. Like Ben Shapiro literally used it multiple times in talk with Megyn Kelly talking about Nick Fuentes. Like, it has no meaning whatsoever. No one is going to take you seriously when you use that type of language. No one. Regardless if it's true or not, which I don't think it's true. You can say that these people have, ridiculous views that you don't agree with, which I don't agree with a lot of what Fuentes says. But calling him a Nazi is absolutely insane and is counterproductive to anything. And all it's going to do is make you, Mark Levin, lose more support. And it's going to make the person that you claim to hate so much, you're giving them more credibility every single time.
But that's hardly the point. This seems like the perfect opportunity to rebut what you consider evil ideas and to do it to my face like a man. I think you jump at the chance, assuming you believe your positions are defensible. I'm offering the marketplace of ideas you often talk about. Is it possible you can't really defend, for example, what Israel has done to civilians in Gaza? I said, there you go. You're not feared, you're despised. Well, you're a coward, and if you change your mind, I'm here. Thanks. You little bastard, you attack my stepson? You didn't do that face-to-face, did you? You stabbed him in the back while he's serving President Trump on his second tour, while he's in safe rooms with ballistic missiles passing over his head. You little bastard. Nobody's afraid of you.
Then why are you even responding like this? If no one's afraid of him, why are you even acknowledging this? Why don't you just ignore it and let it go? But guess what? Here's little Ben Shapiro has lost nearly 20,000 subscribers on YouTube over the past 2 weeks. Ben and Mark Levin are doing significant damage right now, and they are too dumb to even realize it. Actually, I don't think they're too dumb to realize it. I think their arrogance is not allowing them to see it. I think that's really what it comes down to. Their arrogance doesn't allow them to see how bad of a job they're doing right now. And it gets worse. It gets much worse. Now, I'll preface by saying I don't know if this is accurate or not. It hasn't been confirmed or denied at this point in time. But we have leaked text messages from Charlie Kirk showing that Ben Shapiro tried to kill his and Candace Owens' careers as they rose to prominence through Turning Point USA. And right here, the Ben thing involves me more than he wants to admit. He knows Jon Snow is stronger as the dragons fly higher. Game of Thrones reference, 100%. It pisses me off. Let's see. You've always been a threat to him because you're smarter. And then people were questioning like what this comment meant. This is continuing off of the Game of Thrones reference right here, because people are like, Ben doesn't have a brother, does he? What is he talking about? And it's like, it's a Game of Thrones reference. That's what it is. And he views you as responsible for me, talking about Candace Owens. It's worse. He views you as my slave, 100%, quote, control her. Is that what he's really saying to me? Is what he was really saying to me when he called. You are bigger than Ben now. Walking into the White House yesterday, I realized that. I know he hates it. We just have to treat him like noise. He wants you to punch down to him. His respect among movement fighters is quite low. He's making his entire show with Joe Rogan this weekend about worshiping celebrities. Just think about that. It really means I just control his entire show. You got in his head, yes, which is terrific. That's wonderful. That Ben thing. Oh, so that's a follow-up from the other one. So that's where we are. And as this account right here tweeted out, Ben Shapiro has maybe the worst political instincts of all right-wing politics. 1, he was the biggest never Trump figure in 2016 and took much longer than anyone else to support Trump. 2, he supported DeSantis in 2024 primary against Trump. You guys know I've brought this up 1,000 times. Like, I can forgive being a never Trumper in 2016 if you didn't backtrack on it in 2024. But because he backtracked on 2024 and turned on Trump again to support DeSantis, that's why I always bring up Ben Shapiro's never Trumper shit in 2016. I mean, J.D. Vance didn't like Trump, but once J.D. Vance, got over it, it's not like he stabbed Trump in the back after he overcame his never Trump mentality. Ben Shapiro, the moment that he could turn on Trump, he did it. The Daily Wire went all in for DeSantis against Trump, only for Trump to make him look like a fool again. And then he goes and backs Trump again. Charlie, he's now one of the leading figures in starting a civil war in the Republican Party in the first of Trump's second term. In Charlie Kirk's own words, he tried to kill Charlie Kirk's career, the biggest, most effective political mobilizer on the right we have seen. Now, again, if this is actually turns out to be confirmed to be true, and I haven't, with Candace Owens and a lot of the stuff that she's doing, I have no idea what's real and what's not real. She's throwing out a lot of crazy accusations. She knows how to say things without directly saying them so that she can then backpedal and say, oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say specifically that. So I have no idea if it's real, but it continues to show you a bigger problem right now. And I don't know, man. I really don't know. Ladybug says this identifies as a proper 199. Hey, there we go. Thank you so much. Nandor says, today I was gifted a membership to Fear the Beardo. I couldn't think of anything more useless than that. I'm sorry that I was too mean. Beardo fat. Nandy says, to check out Harley Dave's theory. We'll see. I mean, we did hit our goal. We got Kevin for 50. Why racist? God dang it, Kevin. Every single time. Thank you, Kevin, for the 50. Hail to you, brother. Harley Dave says, Jeremy, let's redirect some funds to Ruben. That's all for me tonight. YouTube will cut me off. I hope your internet fights back. Hail to you, Harley. Don't get cut off. And Ruben says, I deemed you, Jeremy. Hail, brother. Got you, man. I will check that out after this. Thank you, Ruben. Beastie Man says, it's this boring to you? Not really. Not for me, because we're grifting away, baby. Chad Late says, let's see. Is not for me. Hang on. So, that was a different one. So there's two. Is not me. I'm the better Chad. Got you. My bad. These at names screw things up. They really do. Your Barmy says, boring is correct, but Beardo fat. Phil says, only read super chats and screw none paying chats tax. What? Desirius says, thanks for CobraCast for my birthday. Hit 30 today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. That's awesome. Harley says, I am the better Chad. Mike Zero Source says, President Trump has announced the National Zoo. Trump is going to build a fence around Alabama. We can observe the trailer park in their natural habitat. Big game tonight. So we'll see what happens. Z-Herb says, I don't hate or love Tucker. I just feel he can be inconsistent at times, but him interviewing someone isn't a red mark against him. People like Ben acting so offended over it pushes people away. Agreed. I mean, I like Tucker Carlson. I'm not his biggest fan or anything. But I think he brings more good than bad. I think Ben Shapiro brings more bad than good. I just think Ben Shapiro has been a terrible spokesperson for the conservative movement and the right. I just think he's been awful. And so I'll take Tucker over Ben Shapiro all day. Mike Zero Source says, jokes outside of Alabama. I really enjoyed visiting Orange Beach. This was by far one of my favorite vacation spots. The people there are extremely friendly and rival my state, West Virginia. Orange Beach, Alabama is beautiful. It is absolutely fantastic. If you've never been to Orange Beach, Alabama, I highly recommend it. It is an awesome spot. Eric K says, in other news, Canada killed all 300 of those ostriches that did not carry anything, according to the independent lab, 1 year after they deemed an H1N1 at risk. They are all pets, some 35 years old. When did that happen? I didn't even hear about that. Kevin Hutt says, the juice at the ADL listed TPUSA as a Christian hate group, and many churches are hate groups. Candace is a white supremacist, but she has God dang it, Cat. The hoops that you're jumping through to get stuff through the filters is absolutely amazing. I respect it. All right. I respect it. Harley Day says, this is all fun and games until you forget to wish happy Jessica. Pathetic. Unacceptable, Harley Dave. Unacceptable. Dorkman on Kick with 10 gifted memberships. Look at that. Dorkman 20K or 2K with 10 gifted memberships over there on Kick. Look at there. Dorkman was supporting on Rumble. I appreciate you supporting over on Kick. That is awesome. Hail to you, brother. Thank you so much, man. So everybody in the chat is thanking Dorkman over there on Kick. Kick is just so much of a better, like, aesthetically, it just works better. The UI is better than Rumble. It's just better. And it's not a cool kids club like Rumble is. So, yeah, I like it much better. Clancy says, bring back Rumble, you fig. I can't, man. I can't do it. They pissed me off. So, I think that they are a shitty platform, and they have the wrong mindset. They had a chance to compete with YouTube, and they have completely fucked it up, in my opinion. I don't think they're going anywhere. Sadly, I wanted them to succeed, but what are you going to do? Wizard Man says, roll tide. Been watching Civil War documentaries all day, and I need a break. Watching Bama whoop some ass will be good, dumb fun. Let's hope so. I mean, Alabama should win easily tonight, but LSU going in there with an interim head coach with nothing to lose. It feels like a potential trap game for Alabama. So we'll see. We'll see. You need to be the bigger man, Jeremy. No, fuck that. Here's what that's gotten me. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. I got to sign in though. So how do you log out of this piece of shit platform? Okay. So right here, sign in, Geeks and Gamers. And then I got to put all my stupid information in. Why did that not sign me in? Okay, there we go. Okay, so if I go to Rumble and I go to my dashboard, I mean, fuck it, I'll just show you what everything. So right here, look how many followers we have on Rumble. We have 276,000 followers on Rumble. And they don't give a shit about us. We are by far the biggest nerd platform on Rumble. Like, it's not even fucking close. And they don't give a shit. And you know why they don't give a shit? Because we've been there from the beginning. We didn't need a contract to go to Rumble. We went over there because we believed in Rumble. We went over there because we thought Rumble actually had a chance to do something. So I've sat by and watched them give contract and contract and contract and contract to all these fucking people that didn't care about the platform until Rumble paid them. And so I'm finally to the point where I'm like, if that's the game you want to play, then fuck you. We'll just leave. And I can show you how valuable Rumble is. And I'm telling you, it's not that valuable. Almost 300,000 followers. Exactly. Tim Pool didn't go over to Rumble until they paid him a fucking contract. Dr. Disrespect didn't go over there until they paid him a fucking contract. So I'm going to take the Barstool Sports approach where I'm just going to delete all my shit and go, hey, if you want to act like a business, I'll treat you like a business. So we'll just remove everything. They might give you a contract if you fire Beardo. I don't even want a contract at this point. It's not even about a contract. I never wanted a contract from Rumble. If I wanted a contract from Rumble, I wouldn't have went to the platform. My issue is that it shouldn't be about getting contracts. It should be about building a platform that content creators want to be on. But instead, it's being overrun by you promoting the people that you're paying. And that defeats the purpose of an independent platform. So it's bullshit how the whole thing works. It's like, no, motherfucker, if I've been here for years, why are you featuring somebody that didn't want to be here, but suddenly you gave them a contract, and because you're paying them, you feel the need to elevate their fucking channel? That's bullshit. So it's like, what are we even doing at this point? So it's a good old boy system. It's a cool kids club, and I don't want to be in their cool kids club. So that's the theory behind it. So I don't want a contract from them. It's about me just going, all right, I see what you guys are about. Jared the American says, what's up, Jeremy? I have a good poll idea for the chat. Which is the better show, Breaking Bad or The Sopranos? Which is more memorable and memeable? So I haven't finished The Sopranos. I'm watching through it now. But I think that's a very good conversation, and they're both incredibly memeable. They're both two of the most beloved TV shows of all time. I feel like The Sopranos, and I know everything about The Sopranos, so I feel like The Sopranos has a more controversial ending. I think that Breaking Bad has, I think more people like the ending of Breaking Bad than The Sopranos. So I think Breaking Bad will probably win because of the ending. But that is, let's do that one on Main Event or a Geeks and Gamers Daily, because that is a good conversation. It's a very good conversation. John Jones says, sad to see people like Shapiro and Levin use the same smear tactics from the left that they used to ridicule. Yep, 100%. Mike Zero Source says, on an off the wall topic, have you noticed your backup camera in your Mustang is going out? I have the same model Mustang as you, and it's acting screwy. No, I mean, I have a 2013, but I only have like 50,000 miles on it. I don't drive it much. I was just looking. I've only put about 2,500 miles on my Mustang in the past year because I almost never drive it. Yeah. Phil says, this is why I'm conservative and not Republican. Republicans are just like Democrats, cult-like and pro-censorship. Harley says, Jeremy, are you okay? You seem a bit indecisive about tonight's topics. Just a little bit. Mainly because Chad is takeover. Damn, a cool kid with a Mustang. What is this one right here? Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Asmund Gold talking about Obama's presidency. Okay, let's hear this.
3 or a 4. The rate Obama, a 3 or a 4. I think he was a 3 or a 4. Some things happened under Obama that were good, but overall, a lot of his main things, like, increasing the occupation inside of the Middle East. I think that Obama was the best president for maintaining a positive public image of America.
Bullshit. The media maintained the public image for America because they were lying the entire time. Obama did nothing to do any of that. The media protected Obama because of identity politics. The media lied about him. The media gave a false perspective and represented him in a false way and lied to the masses. That is why. 100%.
I think he was a great speaker. He was
a great scripted speaker. Obama is a horrendous off-the-cuff speaker. He's absolutely, you can't even listen to this dude if he does not have a script in front of him. Now, with a script, and listen, there is still a talent to that. There's an absolute talent to that. And Barack Hussein Obama is one of the most gifted scripted speakers of my lifetime. He is magic. He is magic when there's a script in front of him. But there's one person that I think is much better speaker.
And when they took over, Buttigieg, who has no clue, he drives to work on his bicycle with his, in all fairness, with his husband on the back, which is a nice, loving relationship. But he didn't have a clue. This guy didn't have a clue. And he's actually a contender for president. Between him and Crockett, you can have that party.
All right, but he's a great scripted speaker, but he is a terrible, just regular speaker.
Really well poised. He was really good at just interacting. He was incredibly charismatic. He was a really nice guy in that regard. And I think he was better than Biden. I think he was better than Trump. I think he was better than Bush, right? I think he did that better than anybody. But
I really like Asmund Gold, okay? I really do. And he's incredible. Asmund's smart, and I agree with Asmund on, I'd say, like 75% of things. This is a terrible take. I mean, this is a horrendous take. This is next level bad. This is Barack Obama. We were lied to by the media, by Hollywood, with Obama. They lied. Barack Obama was actually terrible, but the media lied and protected him because of identity politics. So there was this fake image of Barack Hussein Obama being popular and good for the country and all of that shit.
the fact is that the actual things that he did, especially, I really didn't like the Affordable Care Act. I was not a fan of it at all. And again, because I thought that it was a half measure that was basically corporate welfare. That's the reason why I didn't like it. Mandatory corporate welfare extracted from public, from the American public. And I could go into more of it, but overall, like I'm a universal health care guy, right? And so I'm looking at it as a basically bandage that will hide the wound. And that's kind of what happened. And I think that that wound has become more and more infected ever since the bandage was applied. That's what I think happened, right? It's my that's, you know, a little metaphor, right? That's what I think. He let the woke happen. I'm a 3 or a 4, okay? Like, I mean, that's it. But I'm talking about the positive things about Obama. So, yeah. What's the difference? Well, what do you mean, what's the difference between what? And, yeah, trust the plan. Nick and the Groypers will have this figured out in 2028. Trust the plan. I remember, bro, like, I am not a trust the plan kind of guy. I'm a tell me the plan and then I can trust what it is, okay? So I have no idea. As usual, here's the real story. Yeah, people just making shit up as always. Yeah, again, Obama was he was a really great guy in terms of just being a great face of the country.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Do you want to know who was a great face to the country? Okay? You want to know? Right here? Here we go. Okay? Here's a great face to the country. Jimmy Kimmel put this together to make Trump look bad, but in reality, he just makes Trump look good. Here we go.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The United States launched a targeted operation against that compound.
They did a lot of shooting, and they did a lot of blasting, even not going through the front door. You know, you think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in?
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He died like a dog.
But his death does not mark the end of our effort.
A beautiful dog. A talented dog.
We give thanks for the men who carried out this operation.
And I don't get any credit for this, but that's okay. I never do. But here we are.
May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
And I'm writing a book. I think I wrote 12 books. All did very well.
Dude, Trump is the GOAT. Nobody better than Trump. Nobody. They did a lot of shooting. And again, everything about Obama's speech is scripted and written by someone else. Trump is up there off the cuff, just talking. Just talking because that's what Trump does. So, yeah, I just disagree with Asman big time on that one. I mean, massively.
Overall, like, I don't, like, if we could just have him go out and just pretend to be the president and then somebody else do all the work, kind of like how Dick Cheney was the president with Bush, that would be fine, right? I feel like everybody wins at that point.
How old is this? Is this clip old? What is he talking about? He's essentially saying, I just want the media to lie to me over and over again. I don't want the media to tell me the truth of what we're seeing. So if we put Barack Hussein Obama in as president, then the media will just lie to me and tell me everything is okay. I don't know if that's an old clip or not. Well, what is he looking up right there? What is he watching?
And I think that wound has become more and more infected ever since the bandage was applied. That's what I think.
Well, I see Kirsha's live, Alex Jones is live. So yeah, this has got to be recent. This has got to be recent.
Happen, right? He was really good at just interacting. He was
Trying to read what is got. That's from this week. Wow, that's again. Generally, I like Asman, and I agree with I said about 75% of his stuff, and he typically has really level-headed, common sense approaches. But that was bad. So anyway, it is what it is. I disagree with everything Asman said right there. Barack Hussein Obama is a terrible, terrible human being, a terrible president. He was lied. The media lied to us about him. They put a protective bubble around him, and his arrogance is what led to the birth of President Trump. His arrogance and the Democrats' arrogance is what pushed Donald Trump to run for president and put us in this place right here, which is a good place as far as I'm concerned, because the system needs to be broken. Kevin Hunts for 50 says that you see Michelle Obama in Badlands with her bad dreads. No, I did not, Kevin, but thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Mike Zerasaur says, should it be illegal to own a Mustang with an automatic transmission? Yes. I hope Trump signs an executive order that you cannot own a muscle car with an automatic transmission. Absolutely. What's worse, though? Having a Mustang with an automatic transmission or driving a Tesla? You know? Mike Zersource says Orange Beach was listed as the top 5 beaches in the U.S. I would argue it rivals Florida in deep sea fishing and hospitality experience. As a mountaineer, it pains me to say, roll Tide. Let's go. Yeah, man, it is. If anybody's considering coming to the Panhandle or anything like that, Orange Beach is an excellent place to go. Eric K says, breaking news, Kash Patel declares no pipe bomb, just exploding burrito. Nothing to see here. No crime committed. Alex Aerocave says, Mark and sound like 2 gay robots. Meta PC 199. Zinni Biscuit says, oh, Wade doesn't Levin ask Cardinal Pizza Bala about Christians and God's. Oh, you meant why? I was wondering why doesn't. I was like, what do you mean by that? Why? Tucker had the Orthodox nun on, and I'd love for Tucker to have the Cardinal on too. John Wayne says, speaking of beautiful beaches in southern Alabama, shout out to my yearly vacation spot, Fort Morgan Road. Hell yeah, brother. Blue Eyed Scorpion says, happy Jessica, happy breakfast. Ministry of Wrong thinks says, you see this about the pipe bomber suspect literally going to later work with CIA after J6. It literally was an inside psyop. I saw Trump tweeted out about it, and I saw the Blaze TV is working on something as well, but I don't know the specifics yet, so I have to look into it. Mr. Bentham says, Mark Levin sounds like a beta leftist. Who the F is he? Tucker is more relevant. Zachary says, it really bothers me that there are no dates or timestamps on the messages. Also, the text seems scripted to me. All my texts have stamps. Yeah, that's going back to the Charlie Kirk messages, and I just don't know. I don't know if it's legit or not. There's just no way to know, man. I have no idea. Mark of Reality says the quartering was saying that revenue for YouTubers from YouTube is down by a large amount. Can you shed any light on this? Yeah, I mean, I don't rely on ad revenue as much as a lot of YouTubers. I'm more super chat based. I mean, like I said, I don't even turn ads on. Oh, so it's interesting because my YouTube contact, I had a call with my YouTube contact, and he's like, can I ask you why you're not utilizing ads on your live stream? And I said, well, I was like, typically I get a lot of super chats and I just don't want to turn ads on. And he goes, well, it's better for your live stream if you do that. Like your live stream will get, more traction in the algorithm. He didn't say that directly, but he said it in the most obvious way he could without saying it. And I was like, that's an interesting theory because I've always thought that, but yeah, so he was just like, yeah, your live stream on the VOD will do much better. So I was like, yeah, maybe on Geeks and Gamers, we could do that. But D-Day Cobra is going to stay, ad free for now. So I'm just keeping it ad free. The people, keep it like that for VODs and stuff like that. But how is it better for the viewer? And you guys got to tell me this because I have YouTube Premium, but do they put ads on CobraCast on the VOD? Because I don't turn them on myself, but do you experience ads on them on the VOD from CobraCast? Because I don't turn ads on. If you don't have premium or ad blocker, no. Get ads on everything. Get premium. No, I have you. Okay, but if you don't have YouTube Premium, do you get ads? Is what I'm wondering. I don't know. Unlike Beardo, I have premium. None. I use Brave. I don't get ads. Okay. I don't recall, but I'll leave a comment if I do. Thank you. Jacoby says yes. No, but no premium, no ads. A lot of no's, but I don't know if you guys are all premium or not. So, yes, ads. Okay. None, and I appreciate it. Yeah. Try to look out for the peeps, man. I mean, I have literally, for all the like memeing I do, like all the grifter memeing and all of that. I mean, I have literally lost hundreds of thousands of dollars by not putting ads on live streams over the last few years. I've lost a lot of money, but that's just part of it. Mark Varelli says, I got that one. Yeah. So I can't speak to that because I don't really rely on ad revenue that much. Wizard Man says, Battlefield 6 closed lobbies. Do you need Geeks and Gamers membership? When we get it all figured out. So I had some questions for my YouTube contact too, because as you guys know, we are moving away from locals, and I'm trying to figure out if Patreon or YouTube membership is going to be the better option. I was leaning strongly towards YouTube membership, but I'm still looking at all the options that YouTube membership offers. I was looking at Patreon's website the other day. My goodness, the UI is so much better than that shitty locals. And so I'm still trying to figure out what's going to work best. Daniel Moore says, Hour and High says, don't be the bigger man, Jeremy. Stay petty. We like petty Jeremy. I like the idea of Rumble, but there are problems still. Stand on business. Damn right. I got to, man. I've tried to be nice to all of these alternative sites, and it does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. Daniel Moore says, and don't forget, Rumble's a publicly traded company now. They're not a good old boy, okay? Like, get away from this idea that you think Rumble cares about you. They're a publicly traded company. They don't give a fuck about you. They're just another company. They're another corporation. So a lot of people seem to think that Rumble actually cares about them. They don't. Publicly traded company cares about their bottom fucking line. That's it. Daniel Moore says, media in Ireland is state-owned. We have a town named after him. Vault 95 says, only saw a kick notification for CobraCast. Yeah, that's the only one I'm on. Phil says, I would ask Asmund, could Obama go through what Trump went through and still become president? The answer would be no. No one can, actually. Jesus says, hail Cobra Commander Jeremy and King Trump. This is Jesus from Orlando, Florida. Home from work. Got the whiskey and the cigars outside by the lake watching D-Day Cobra live stream 87 G.I. Joe. I would watch Super Chat. Okay, this is perfect right here. This is a perfect day. Watching CobraCast and watching the 87 G.I. Joe animated classic. And then we got Alabama versus LSU after that. That sounds like a perfect day right there, brother. Mike Zero Source says, my last shout out, I would encourage the 199 family to consider taking their next vacation to Orange Beach. Let's contribute to the Alabama tourism. Please reciprocate and visit West Virginia. Hell to you. Look at that, man. You really loved it there. Let's see. You know what? I'll just say this, okay? This is really funny, okay? I'm not going to get into specifics of it, but when we had a meeting with Rumble, I guess there was like a Jewish holiday, and they were like, yeah, a lot of the decision makers are out of town right now for the Jewish holiday, so we're going to have to get back with you after the holiday. That's exactly what they fucking said. It's exactly what they said. No bullshit. Yep. 100% what they said. A lot of the decision makers are out of town. Daniel Moore, apologies for being late and Shad. Baba Yogi says, Saturday should be your guest show. Cut your hair, fire Beardo, promote Madam Jessica's culinary catastrophe calamity more often. She's funny. MAGA Mike says, Obama bombed kids all over the Middle East. Tim Pool talks about it a lot. MAGA Mike says, Obama also pushed the systemic racial narrative and went completely against police officers after Ferguson, which made all their jobs even more dangerous. That was a big problem when he did that. Kevin for 50 says, what? I don't even know how to read. I present to you Kevin Hunt's $50 super chat right there. So there you have it. Oh, snap. Yeah, he says, witnessing Jeremy's evolution IRL from a plain gay to flamboyant trans is amazing. Not the most tasteful thing, but definitely the most interesting. What is it? Trans hair? Thank you. East Coast Ocean Boy says, hard to decide between CobraCast and Ripa right now. Well, I'm only going to be live for a few more minutes. So you're good. Dave says, anniversary of Hillary losing, what I would give to see her violent meltdown. Go home, John Podesta, to the crying libs. Van says, I have premium and see not ads, just grift reads. Thank you. Zwani says, okay, fine. Here's the ad-free tax. Hail Unit 199. Model lives matter. Chat lives matter. Happy Jessica. Ministry of Wrong Thing says, you covered the BBC getting caught red-handed editing Trump's J6 speech, right? Beardo would have. No, I haven't covered that one. I have not covered that one. Midget Menace says, I am fully aware that it's satire, but I just read a headline that almost made me fall out of my wheelchair. Chelsea Clinton sues Monica Lewinsky, accuses Lewinsky of swallowing her brother. Comment of the day right there. Comment of the day right there. Phil says, makes sense why Rumble likes the color green. Harley Dave says, Jeremy supports the juice. Mark of Reality says, some of the courthouses I work at are closed for Jewish holidays. I'm a good old Southern Baptist, though. Same here. I was raised Southern Baptist. Olympian Products says, apparently someone got assaulted at Tim Pool's Culture War show, per Tim Pool. Really? Let me look this up. Tim, what does he got? Timcast? Is that his at handle? Oh, here we go. Addressing the reported assault at today's taping of the Culture War. It's unacceptable in any way to put your hands on our talent, guests, or friends. According to the staff, a man approached PTL radio show, put his hand on his face and shoved him over comments Brian had made during the show. No one should be assaulted over their political views, and we will not tolerate it ever. The purpose of the Culture War is to bring different worldviews together, to rag on each other and laugh about it. We leave shaking hands and trying to understand each other better. People with ill intent, people who can't handle the debate should not come, and the individual in question was removed and barred from future events. Our security team acted swiftly and de-escalated the situation. We expect more shows in the future and expect people to behave appropriately. I can't say I disagree with a word out of his mouth. Publicity stunt. I don't think it's a publicity stunt. Listen, it could be, but and you never know. But I don't know anything about it other than this statement right here. But like, you should not get physical with anybody over words. So you just got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. It is, ma'am. It would be a lame publicity stunt. It really would. I mean, Tim's got a lot of money and a lot of connections. He could do a lot better if he was trying to do a publicity stunt. I don't think that this is a publicity stunt at all. Not even close. But I agree with the general, statements here made by Tim that, nobody should be getting caught up in that. That's just absolutely ridiculous. Again, thank you to Dorkman for the gifted memberships over on Kick. Appreciate that. Jesus says, I'm pulling for you, Jeremy. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. So the game starts in 25 minutes. I've got to get going and getting ready. I just wanted to go live for a bit. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to do a live stream from my truck while I'm driving. I'm going to have Hailstorm helping me and maybe somebody else to read super chats, but I'm just going to be talking and yapping, and we're going to test it out with, my setup. So, it should be fun. So, and I might not be audio only. I might actually be on camera. I'll let you know. So Daniel Moore says they put out the first 5 minutes of Stranger Things 5. I know I'm not going to watch it because I just want to wait for the show to come out. By the way, before you leave, okay? I don't know if you guys saw this yet. This is on geeksandgamers.com, okay? Right here. Critical Drinker accuses a channel of using AI clone of his voice. Have you guys seen this yet? This is actually crazy. So shout out to Marvin for covering this. But yeah, so Critical Drinker, I don't know if the video's still up or not. I talked to Drinker about it earlier. So Critical Drinker tweets this out. Okay. So we have this article on geeksgamers.com. One of YouTube's most prominent commentary creators, a Critical Drinker, has raised some serious concerns that a channel is leveraging an AI-generated version of his voice and passing it off as original content. The channel in question, currently known as the Jaded Historian, the Vintage Vault, reportedly has about 877 subscribers at the time of this video. So right here, I'll show you the video. Here it is right here. Drinker tweeted this out. All right. So listen to this.
Right then. Hollywood loves selling you a story, doesn't it? The glamour, the magic, the stars aligning to create something timeless. They want you to remember the perfect musical numbers, the dazzling costumes.
That is 1,000% an AI ripoff of the Drinker. That's 1,000%.
The happily ever afters. But the real story, the one with the screaming matches, the backstabbing, and the sheer bone-deep sweaty palm terror of a studio going down the drain, now that's the good stuff. Tonight, we're talking about a film that wasn't a film, it was a funeral. The most expensive, most spectacular, most tone-deaf funeral in Hollywood history.
Yeah, that's crazy. So again, we do have an article over on geeksandgamers.com covering this right here. So Critical Drinker first brought attention to this matter on X, where he asked, am I going nuts or is this an AI version of my voice? The allegations are significant. The Jaded Historian appears to have mimicked the tone and cadence of the Critical Drinker while adopting a synonym for Murphy in his recent video titled Hollywood's Biggest Movie Disasters. They sold you the glamour. I'll show you the carnage. And what's interesting about this is if you go back over to the actual video, okay? Here's the actual video, and the video has 12,000 views on a channel. Let's see, this channel, it will be the biggest video on this channel. Hang on, what is this? So he's got another AI video that's got 15,000 views. But yeah, if you go over most popular, the one there he's ripping off the Drinker already has 12,000 views on a channel with 877 subscribers. So right there, you see the ratio. I've already added to it, but the ratio is he's getting crushed on the ratio. Yeah, man. So I'm sure this is going to be dealt with, but this is going to be a big problem, man. Moving forward, this is going to happen a lot. This is just the beginning of stuff like this, and sure YouTube's going to be, having to pay attention to a lot of this, but there you have it right there, ladies and gentlemen. So shout out to Marvin for putting that together. He was actually on assignment for something else, and Marvin hit me up. He goes, hey, you think Drinker wants us to write an article about this? I'm like, I'm sure he does. I'll let him know. And so Marvin stopped what he was doing on assignment. All right. Went to a quiet corner and wrote this article because that's how awesome Marvin is. Marvin is dedicated. So hail to you, Marvin, for putting this together, brother. We got a hell of a team over there on geeksandgamers.com. So good stuff indeed. Let's see. Ministry of Wrong Thing says now they're saying Sweeney's handler is a jewelry and she's controlled. I guess that means J's are based. Laughing my ass off. I don't know what's going on anymore. Dude, it's crazy. The amount of shit that's going on social media right now is just out of control. Jesus says, what kind of truck do you drive, Jeremy? Ford or Chevy? I drive a Sierra Denali GMC. So, four-wheel drive. Mike Zero Source says, I don't know if I mentioned it, but Orange Beach is awesome. Why do you Alabama folks keep saying keeping this? Why do you Alabama folks keep this a secret? Because we don't want anyone else to know about it. Let's see. Harley Dave says this means we can all clone Jeremy for our YouTube channels. Yes, pretty much. $100,000 truck, my ass. My fucking truck's like 10 years old. 100,000 my ass. I bought that shit used. My truck's got like 130,000 miles on it right now. Shit's about to fall apart. But I love it. I do love my truck, but my truck's pretty old. So, I don't have any, like, all of my vehicles are older. Because fuck new vehicles. I can't stand new vehicles. You can't work on them. Don't know what the hell's going on. So yeah. But I do love my truck. That's all 100,000. Well, it's like 100. I think I had 135,000 miles in my truck. So I don't like, I think once I get to the 200,000 mark is where I'm really going to be in trouble. So, yeah, the newer vehicles are just, these newer vehicles are ridiculous, man. I don't want anything to do with them. Jesus says, I drive an F-150, but you drive a Boss Hog truck. Hell yeah, bro. Daniel Moore says that my car came out when I was 2 years old. Lady Aaron D says, my Toyota had 289,000 miles on it. That is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, my Mustang's a 2013 and it just broke 50,000 miles. And like I said, I've only put like 2,500 miles on it in the past year. I don't drive it much at all. I just don't have time to drive it. And I don't take it out of town because it's I've got it lowered. So it's like, even like speed bumps are hard for me to get over in my Mustang. The posture is so sexy on that car though. But anyway, all right, guys, I got to end it there. I got an Alabama game to watch. Alabama LSU. It will. I am never going to go into a Bama game thinking we're going to crush anybody. I know everybody thinks Bama's going to crush LSU because of their coaching situation, but I think this is a potential trap game. LSU has talent. They have motivation, and I think it could be a trap game for Alabama. So we'll see. Harley Dave says, where do I submit requests for refunds? Well, I mean, right now, Harley, we need about $16 more to hit 1,000. So you can send a $15 super chat right now. Make it a $16 super chat. And you can request a refund with the $16. And that will get us to 1,000 in super chats for this stream. And I will note that you sent a refund request. So if that's the way you want to do it, we can do it just like that, if that works for you. I will give you a minute and see if you would like to send in a $16 super chat that'll clear us of 1,000 in chat revenue. So we'll see. We'll see if and I will definitely take note of your refund. Boom! There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Harley Dave for 20. That's sweet. Grifting the refund. I fucking love you guys so much. Tomorrow's stream should be fun. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that one goes. Everybody keeps asking about Jay Hailstorm. Hailstorm is still here. Hailstorm ain't going nowhere. And no new memberships. 0 new members on this stream. 0. But that's okay. That's okay. Jesus says, Jeremy, don't leave us, brother. I got the Bama game. I got the family waiting on me and everything. Baba Yogi says, Harley, no refunds for AIDS. You're stuck. Zwani says, thank you for giving us our fix. Thank you for being here. I seriously don't understand it. I don't know why anybody watches me, but I'm just happy that people find some entertainment out of watching my stupid ass talk. So thank you. Roll Tide, Alabama, LSU, about to start in 15 minutes. Looking forward to it. I can't wait. You guys have a good evening. Appreciate all of you. I'll see you tomorrow for the live stream from the road. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone. I don't know why I'm here, says Shreddy. I don't either. Bye, everyone. Daniel says the town I was talking about is named after Obama. Also, I've just started the Tucker video. Sorry for the wait. It's all good, brother. It's all good. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone. East Coast Toasted Boy, the one gifted membership for the stream. Thank you for the one gifted membership. Thank you so much. We did get 10 for Dorkman over on Rumble. So there you have it. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.